Well, good morning, everyone, and I hope everyone can hear me well. And it is March, 3rd, I think it is. And this is a basic success training with Relive International, and I am excited about Relive. I think it just gets better and better all the time. I've been involved with Relive for 12 years, and my name is Pecorelli, and I've had amazing results on the Relive products. And I'm also grateful for the business opportunity, as I not only can offer better health, wellness, fitness, but I can help others earn an income and set them up to succeed for $40, unlike the $150,000 my husband and I invested in a franchise over 20 years ago. And then we needed special equipment and employees, and it went on and on. And, franchises are to be mentors and to provide training. But this is what we do in Relive, and we have fun doing it. We are mentors, and we provide training to those that we introduce Relive to. And whether it is for results with the products, we mentor them to get the results, or to build a Relive business, we mentor them to be successful for whatever choice is theirs. So here's my question to you. What have you done this week to mentor or provide training or introduce Relive to someone that hasn't heard about Relive? Let's have a little bit of sharing here, and you can star 6 to unmute your phone. Come on, I know somebody's been doing something.
Well, Luann, this is Colleen Bischoff, and
Hi. Good morning.
I have been doing things, but I haven't worked with anyone brand new this week, and I assume that's what you're asking for. But
no, anything you've been doing, Colleen. Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a new MA. I never would have dreamed that she would come in. She's a cousin once removed. Her mother was my cousin. And I've mentioned Relive to her over the years when I talked to her on the phone. I think I've never seen her more than 5 times in my life. I've always wanted to know her better. And finally, at Christmas, she called me and she said, I think the time has come. I've got to learn about this stuff you have. So she came. I did a presentation, but I made it brief. And I found out she did have a lot of issues. She really needed the Relive. And I assumed that she would go out of my home with 2 cans of product, and I would mentor her and follow up, and that would be it. And she sat there and said, no, I want to come in as a master affiliate. So I was stunned. And she's had wonderful results. She's had wonderful follow-up. She's talked to Luann. Luann has been such a help to me over the years. She's been marvelous. And she's beginning to do the business, and it is changing her life. And I would like to just mention one more quick thing about product. I had a knee replacement almost 2 years ago. It's been marvelous. I've been able to go up and down stairs with very little need even of the banister. I can walk well. But a couple of weeks ago, I had a nephew here who was the coach of a basketball team. I had to go to a game at the University of Utah. I had his grandparents with me, my brother and his wife. I had only had 1 shake for 2 days. In the morning I'd give them shakes, and then we'd go off and be busy. And I thought, well, I'll get along with 1 shake. By the time I got to that basketball game, I thought, oh, my knee replacement is not going to be that effective anymore. I was in such pain. And going down those stadium steps just was a horrific experience. I went back on my 2 shakes the next day and fine. We've got to have enough product every day. That's all I have to say. Thank you. Are you still there? What happened?
Yes. I'm still here. I had myself on mute a little bit, Colleen, but thank you for sharing, because that's great. And someone has a puppy in the background. If you could star 6 your phone, because I did unmute the phone so that everyone could share. So... anyway,
Luann,
yes.
Sorry, and hopefully that won't get muted. I just wanted to share that, it doesn't matter how long you do the business, you still have things that happen. We had a new customer that signed up, and they did over $600, and they liked it right at 10%. And I think we always forget that Relive really is a bargain compared to things that are out on the market. And, why argue with that? Of course, you want them to, maybe do a quick start or roll. But when people are happy where they're at, they're happy where they're at. I also have something to share. I had 6 surgeries when I was 18 years old. I had a tumor in my leg that ate my entire bone. I had to have some bone from my hip in there to fuse it together. And all of a sudden, I noticed since about Christmas that the sneeze, it's just been bothering me all of a sudden. And it kind of got to the point where...
If I can go back and figure out how to tell you to do this.
Sorry, somebody else is talking? Go back
well,
and
just a minute. I'm trying to figure that out.
Can you mute your phone? Would you just hit *6 and mute your phone?
Go up to that microphone again at the far left green circle and click on that again.
Microphone thing? The far
green,
left?
The green circle,
No,
the 5 green circles. Click on the one at the far left again.
Okay.
And then what does it say?
Turn on computer audio or call by phone.
Okay, turn on computer audio. Click on that.
Glenn, go ahead and mute them.
Okay.
Internet calling isn't supported on this browser.
And then what does it say? Does it give you an option to download it?
Download an app?
Yes, click on that.
Okay.
Okay, can you still talk, Quila, if you press *6? Sorry about that.
I can share. Lauren's here.
Oh, good. Okay, Lauren, how do you get on then? Oh, because you're not on the computer. Okay, Lauren, go ahead and share. And before you do, I'd just like to say, Colleen did some awesome things. I mean, she just keeps working, and I'm so proud of her because, it's never who you think that's going to go master affiliate that does. The ones you think will sometimes don't, and the ones you think, no, that's not going to happen, it does. And so it's always a surprise, but it's always a choice that people have. And so, Lauren, please share.
Well, we just got a lot of exciting stuff going on over here. I got to introduce you to a new friend that I made, and she's really excited about the business opportunity and she's already thinking of other people that need to learn about Relive. And we had a meeting last night and another meeting today. So we're just excited, and we're not letting this opportunity with Relive Live in our backyard slip by without us really pursuing it and making the most of it.
And that's awesome. And, I like what you said, Lauren, too, because, you're making the most of it. But the other side of it is you had a meeting and you are consistent with your meetings and talking to people and introducing people to Relive. And, it's a process. Sometimes I think when we first get into Relive, we think, we're going to tell people about it, and they're going to be excited as us, and they're just going to do it. But it's a process. People have to think. People have to be educated. People have to be taught. And they, so it is that process. And as the longer I'm in Relive, the more I see that. So thanks for being so consistent with all you do and keeping that process moving. Anyone else like to share?
I have something to share.
Yes, April, go ahead.
Hi. So I've been doing some traveling the last couple of weeks. That's why it's been difficult for me to be on our calls. And on the airplane on the way home on Tuesday, I sat next to a gentleman and just started making conversation, asking, are you traveling home? Or are you going to visit family? Anyway, he was talking about how he was traveling back to where their home has been, and they were trying to sell it. And he said, my wife can't come, though. She's not up to it. I said, I'm so sorry. She's not feeling well? He said, well, yeah, she's struggled with Lyme disease. And I said, really? Oh, I'm so sorry. She goes, yeah, she struggled with it for 20 years, and we've been to this clinic and that clinic. And I said, I know some people that have had some great help with Lyme disease with the company I'm with, and we need to get your wife in touch with it. And so we started talking about what Relive has done. He said, well, do you know exactly what they took? And I said, well, I know some of the things, but really I'd have to get in touch with them. I haven't had Lyme disease, and I want to make sure she gets the best information. And he said, do you have a card? A lot of times people say that as just kind of a put off, but then he sat there and he took my card and entered my number into his phone right there. He goes, now, you're April, right? And I said, yes. He goes, okay, great. I'm going to put you in touch with my wife. She's gotten some good results with this last clinic, but it sounds like they've probably spent tens of thousands of dollars from what I can tell of trying to get her help. And he said, she's thinking she may kind of transition over to try to be a coach and a help for other people with Lyme disease. And I said, well, please. He says, I'm going to tell my wife to give you a call and see if this is something that, she can learn about to help her and to help others. So and it was just really encouraging. We made quite a great connection. They probably talked the whole entire time of the flight. And just really, and it's just nice when you have the courage to open your mouth and just start a conversation and just see where it goes.
Yes, and thank you, April, because you just taught about connecting in such a perfect way. That is awesome, and that's part of our training today as the Saturday trainings go on. But, and it's that conversation, offering that hope, and, that's great. Appreciate you sharing. Anyone else? Okay, well, let's move on to training. I don't know about you, but I am excited. And so, what do we have with Relive? Some years ago, and I used to keep this on my desk at work, and I come across this by Hiram Smith of Franklin Covey, and he stated that there's 8 keys to success. First, have a product that works. Do we have a product that works? We hear it over and over and over. 2, people. You have to surround yourself with blue chip people. Blue chip people in Relive, I meet them every day. It's just incredible. And 3, a sense of urgency. You've got to be in a hurry. April did, she talked to the man just right then. It was urgent and to deliver that message. And you've got to be in a hurry because sometimes the only competitive edge is the speed with which you respond to your client's needs. Had April not said anything, that contact would not have been made. And 4, passion. You have to have a passion for what you do. There's so many passions in Relive, from the Clovis Foundation to the products to the business, helping people. I mean, what's your passion? And 5, customer service. If you don't take care of your clients, somebody else will. And I think, we give great customer service, and that's something that's kind of been lost over the years with a lot of businesses. And so 6, financial success must be a product of another goal, not the goal itself. And I hear this all the time, the finances come. A check started being born for me because I helped people. I delivered the message to people that would just make comments, oh, I'm tired, or my feet hurt, or whatever it was. And the money came. My check started being built, but that wasn't my initial goal. And then next, you have to have faith in yourself. You have to believe you can do it, as I mentioned about mentoring, and Tom Pinnock has put out on the Engage videos a whole segment, it's 5 minutes, on mentoring, and that's what we do in Relive. You're in business for yourself, but you're never by yourself. You have a whole group, a whole system to help you till you develop that belief that you can do it, especially when you're new. And then last but not least, have faith in God. And, I believe a lot of people are coming to Relive, and I've had this happen, and I've heard it many times because of their faith, because of prayers and an answer to prayer. So, we don't make any claims for cures or, success with our business or whatever in Relive, but, We just teach and let people make their own choices. So Relive has tools, and we have many tools. We've had many tools before, and now we even have been given more tools. And we're going to talk about some of the new tools as much as I know about it in just a minute. But, there's so many Relive tools if you think about it, and this page doesn't even show half of what we have. I mean, we've got brochures up here, and what do you do with those brochures? Do you order them? Do they sit in your drawer? Do you give them to people? Do you carry them so that you can have those opportune moments and hand them a brochure? Oh, by the way, I have this, and, maybe it's what you're talking about. Lifestyle magazines. I was thinking, those lifestyle magazines are great, sitting around our homes. We can mail them to people. We can put them out at our Relive presentations and meetings just to sit around, and people pick them up. They look at them. There's always magazines in offices, wherever you go. Maybe leave one at an office, have your contact information on it. Who knows where it will go? And we have personal websites. That's not up here. Promote your website. It's all about promoting and getting that word out there about your website. Presentation booklets, and do we leave them with someone when we talk to them and have a presentation with them? There's so much information delivered that they're not going to remember it all, but, it's always good to go back, to have something to go back and, oh, yes, and maybe even they make notes in that booklet because it's theirs to keep. Product and business videos. I knew, and I've used a lot of videos, but I will tell you, I came across one the other day that talked just about now. And I had not noticed that one before. And I had a master affiliate that started a new distributor, and that new distributor started on now. And so I sent that. We did a three-way call first, and we talked to him about it. And gave him a lot of information, and I thought, okay, this will be good follow-up. So I sent that video explaining more about the now. And so, we do those things with the follow-up emails, send them. You can send them by text message. Printed we can print our own materials from the website, outside of they have the brochures we can order, but we all print many of them. And then there's a link for business cards. We have training videos, the ISCAR, which we'll talk about. Social media training is on our website. And the list goes on and on. And, and they keep adding, which is awesome. So think about these tools. What can you do with all these tools? Are we using to our full capacity, or can we do more to help our businesses grow? And Relive has a system. So this tells us, especially when we're new, it's kind of like, okay, when you're new to something, what do I do? And this makes it so easy. We have the support with the conferences and the special events. Then it tells us what daily activities we're to do, because I think sometimes, okay, it's our own business. What I do. This may be new for someone. The daily activities, the presentations, in-home meetings, calls with your upline, three-way calls. I had never done a call until I became part of Relive, and I had one distributor I was very comfortable with, and we would make so many mistakes, and we would laugh, and we just had a good time. And now three-way calls is just, something that is part of my life. And, text messaging, I probably never would have done that, and a lot of people don't, but a lot of people do. And you can send so many messages to so many people at one time, or a personal message. There's just so many people, and then we have so many so much support, from corporate, the monthly product calls, our tools we just talked about, and, now these Engage videos, and Tina does that call on Mondays, and, and then it's all about, new people. Colleen, she's 90 years old, and she got a master affiliate, and, what did she say? I hadn't known this person. I wanted to get to know her. So, get to know people, and that's keeps our business healthy, is the new people. So Barb and Yvette did such an amazing job on the compensation plan last Saturday. I'm not going to go over all of it. The main thing I want you to see here is that it was just enhanced with the preferred customer auto ship. So we had the 10% for people just wanted to pay $10 and get a 10% discount, and it was not auto ship. Now there's a second choice, preferred customer auto ship program with a 20% discount. So we have 10%, we have 20%, and then it goes into the 25, the 30, 35, and 40, of course, master affiliate. So look at all these options that we now have to offer to those that we're talking about Relive to. The amazing thing about this auto ship, some people are going to like it and some people aren't. Some people don't want to be bothered with ordering every month. Tell me what I need. If I'm going to use this every month, yes, I love auto ship. I have a lady that's done that for 10 years, and it's over $200, and that goes out every month, and she loves it because she doesn't have to worry about it. She knows it's going to show up on her doorstep, and she's happy with that. So, and some people, maybe they want to do their own ordering, and they can. Options. So the cool thing about this 20% preferred customer auto ship program now is you can earn $100 worth of product credit through May 31st when you sign up 3 preferred customers on auto ship in a single month. And they each place an order of $99 or more. So it even gets better. You get 3 preferred customers placing an auto ship order in a single month with a value of $200 or more, and you receive a $200 product credit. So it's benefiting you, it's benefiting your auto ship preferred customer, and it's free shipping through May. And you can earn these product credits from March to May. And the credits do expire. I think it's 60 days. Check that out. And you call Relive to redeem them. So that's the only 2 things. But isn't this amazing? I mean, we keep getting better and better. March 1st, they announced so many things. They had so many incentives to help us to enhance our compensation with Relive. And, so not only have retail profit, we have wholesale profit, we have auto ship, we have non-auto ship. Even distributors can become part of an auto ship program. Look at these options. And then, of course, like Colleen said, she's got this master affiliate, and then those overrides, come. And I was so grateful for overrides when my husband was in the hospital, because I had shared Relive. That check came every month. It paid my house payment. It paid my car insurance, my house insurance, and I could do my Relive business even for the hospital. So it was so awesome. And I just see it says we are going back and sharing these options with our current customers. So now we have more options to go back to current customers. Thank you, Robert, for sharing that. So think about this. What does auto ship mean for your business? You're going to go back to those customers, and this is a retention program. Say they decide they want to go on auto ship. Think if you go back to those current customers or even new customers, and you teach them about the preferred customer auto ship. Say you get 10 new people or 10 current people, and they're ordering just even $100 a month. How does that increase your volume? By 1,000? Dream a little. 20? 1,000? We teach, train, we educate, and the product there every. I'm excited about all of the things. And I lament about the meeting coming up in Anaheim, even more coming. It's an incredible company. The part bonus, that stayed for March. You can still earn that $250 when you get quick start. Go on the internet on the real site and look these and know what your options are, even to earn income. Still a bonus of $50 through March is still, you promote a personal sponsor distributor to master affiliate. You get paid $250. You can do it more than once. The Fit Tree pricing is here to stay. Free shipping on 20% profit or that $500 or more. Something you need to know, the decreased pricing, and you probably figure this out, that 25% still has to be $500. So if it's, it used to be that Fit Kit was $500. It's not anymore. So one Fit Kit doesn't reach that $500. You need to order a couple extra products. Make sure you get that up to that $500 for that 25%. And so many options that we have to help other people with their business, looking about the products, getting health results, and even our own. So how do we succeed? How do we not succeed is my question. The circle is never ending. There's no beginning, there's no end. And these are the daily fundamentals. And it's all about new people. And fuel your business with people. And it's all about action. April took action on, and Colleen took action, and Lauren took action the other day. I did a 3-way with her, and when we were visiting with this lady, she was introducing Relive for the first, I believe she started on the product, and the lady mentioned that her father had some heart issues, and that she was, and I had heart issues, and so Lauren said, well, would your mom be able to talk now? And that was action, because I was already on the line. We could connect with her mom too. So it's not what we talk about, it's what we do. And I received a call from one of my distributors on a Sunday. And I don't usually call people on Sunday, but it'd been a week of making connections with this person. I wanted to connect with my distributor. And then I thought, okay, maybe I should set an appointment. Then I had this thought that particular distributor called me on a Sunday and said, I need to get started. So I took action. I think it would go in their voicemail, and we did, but we left the message, and it was a message that was vital for them. And I did receive an email back thanking me for that message. So it's all about action. It's action to know how to make money. It's action to know how to move people forward, to get information that they need. It's action for daily plan. It's action and it's action to share your story. What action is required to help the person you are connecting with? And these are the daily fundamentals, and we are going to talk about each one of them. So the first one is identify. Make your list. Now, lately I've been hearing make your list with your sponsor. So why is that important to make your list with your sponsor? It builds your relationship. You are the mentor. You work together. Who do you do business with? Write their name down. You could have 10 product prospects. You could have 10 business prospects. Don't just start making your list. Identify who you want to start with. But write everybody down that you think about. Why do you think of this person? When you write the purpose for your first call. And it also can help you with why are you following up with this person. Then it's the action again. Who are the first 5 to contact? today. I have a distributor, and she's thinking she needs to do the Relive business. And she said, I procrastinate, and I'm slow getting going. But the other day, that's one thing she said to me. She said, maybe we could together for about an hour. And that is what we do. So do it with them, with your person, because you know you have to help them build their faith that they can do it. And you've had a little experience than they have at this point. Then, once you've identified, you're going to connect. Is to connect. So they want to learn more and to set an appointment. Or the next step for more information isn't to do the appointment. I used to tell my employees, because people would call the phone at our auto business, they would call on the phone, and instead of making an appointment, they would start asking all these questions about their vehicle, and what is doing this, and what if it's that, and what do we do? And I had to teach the phone is to make an appointment, making that initial connection, because you can't see the vehicle. You don't have all the information. Okay, they said I'm breaking up, so is it coming any better now? Okay. Can you hear me now better? If not, I'm going to change something. Okay, hold on. I'm going to change something. Maybe I get too excited and I move my speaker. Is it better now? Okay. So let me know if that happens again. Thank you. All right. So connecting is about, and you're going to set an appointment. You're connecting to learn how to share. Okay, in and out. All right, hold on a minute. I'm going to change something. Okay, can you hear me better now? Okay, all right. So I'm going to go back just a second in case I did break up. And thank you, and I'm glad I put my chat box on and I can see those this time. To help them. And so that takes listening. Roger taught about the forming. You're going to talk about family, occupation, and you're going to talk about recreation, and then you're going to, you know how to deliver the message. Just like April, with the man, I know people that have had results with Lyme's disease. So be genuine and honest. Create some curiosity. There's many ways to connect now, not even just by phone. Technology has changed a lot of things. We have emails, we have three-way calls, and I love the three-way calls because you get more information because you're getting that conversation. Whereas an email, you get a little information and maybe they open it, maybe they don't. Texting, usually people answer that, but it's still not the in-depth that a conversation and building that relationship has. So, or you may be sending a video, or maybe you've asked permission to get more information, and so you know how to connect. So keep your messages short. Sorry, I got a little frog in my throat this morning, but I saw a message on Facebook from a doctor that my husband was really good friends with. They went to school together, and he's been a good family friend. And so I sent him just a little message and, delivered a little bit, just a short message about how the nutrition could help him because he'd had surgery, wasn't healing fast. And I said to him, you helped me. I would like to help you. And he answered me back. So keep it short, but connecting is all about setting an appointment, not doing the appointment. So, we've seen these opening sentences many times, but there's many things that you can say. A response could be, in your texting, I just saw a video that made me think of you. And then they may text back, what video? I'll send it to you. And, when you're doing follow-up, I send videos a lot of times with follow-up. How did you like the video? Or I just learned about a business that's helping people pay for college and get out of debt. So there's many opening sentences that you have. And, when you're genuine and when you're talking to people, you will find those because they'll come from your heart. So share the Relive story. This is so important. I did share my belief about Relive when we visited briefly with my friends in Missouri. It was an opportune moment. And my first master affiliate, actually, that's where it came from, with that opportune moment. And as we stopped to visit with them on a way to conference in 2010, they were on a service mission and they were dehydrated, working outside. And I left a little bit of my Relive product for them to try. We talked a little bit about it, and I just told them, briefly what it did for me. They called me at conference, and I connected to my upline by phone at conference. I was standing in the hotel lobby corner, and my upline was on her phone. I don't know where she was, somewhere at conference, and they decided to become a master affiliate and place the order right there on the phone in the hotel room. And I just listened on the phone in the lobby. So that was one of the best opportune moments, and they got amazing results. So when we're sharing the story, why? Where's your belief? What is your belief? Share from your heart. When you're doing presentations, you share the whole Relive story. When you're just connecting with someone, you're not going to give the whole story. It's like we talked about earlier when Lauren came on, it's the process. So presentation tools are available. I mentioned that, we have so many tools to do the presentations. We can do webinars. We can do computers. We can use our phone. We can do so many things. And I love that Joyce Ferguson does little presentations on her phone by sending videos. So I love the way I was introduced on a 3-way call to share my story last Friday. The distributor said, Luann is going to share her results about pain and briefly her mother's. Then if you will tell her what your husband is dealing with. And as the lady shared, so I shared, and then she knew she could share. And then as the lady shared, I had a couple of thoughts of 2 other people from what she said that had results with what she was talking about. So I briefly mentioned those 2 people, and that kind of helped for follow-up for the next process. And this man had been told he could not have surgery, and he was hoping that would relieve his pain. And so we were giving him that hope. And so introduce your upline or other Relive stories. And that happened so easily on that call, just by the way it was set up. So when we're sharing the Relive story, we help people engage. By that introduction, this distributor was helping her person engage with me. And, we get people engaging in our meetings. Sometimes Tom says, if you're not having fun, you're done. Well, we need to have fun in these meetings. One of the fun things that I think Roger Broberg did in one of our meetings after the Fit 3 program was introduced is when we're talking about Fit 3, he said to everybody, okay, stand up. They stood up, sit down, stand up, sit down. Did that a couple of times, and they said, okay, you just had your Fit 3 workout, and everybody laughed. And so, we can have fun at these in-home parties. And, the in-home parties can be so many things. People have done barbecues, taco parties. You can keep them simple. You can do shake parties, That's what we mostly do. And, promote our product. So many times we were bringing other food and it was promoting that food. Everybody go, oh, where'd you get this from? We want to promote Relive. And so, and we have the webinars, and those webinars are every Monday night done by ambassadors. And I listen to those webinars all the time because it helps me to learn, because they've done it more than I have, and then I know how to become better. We have the conference calls. We have, Upline. We talked about the lifestyle magazines and, the videos, but you don't have to know it all. You be honest. That's a very good question. I'll do some research and get back to you. When can I get back to you? And set the time. Louise Cole said the other day, I never like to end the call without having set my next call up. And that's really good a good thing to do. We use the Relive built-in system to share the Relive story. And like I said, there's so many ways to share the Relive story. So we come along and we ask, this is really important, ask for a decision. So many times, even in-home presentations, for a while we kind of lost that, I think, in our system. We thank everybody for coming and we gave this information, but we didn't ask for a decision. And, you can have your clipboard out there. You can pass people a distributor application as they come in the door when they come in for these in-home parties. Be ready to do business, be prepared to do this. And so have those distributor applications there. And, people buy on emotion, and they've just seen a great presentation, and they've had a lot of feelings. They've heard, the stories about the products. They've heard business stories. That's when they usually will do something. And when we let it sit, it's harder to bring them back to those feelings. And so, it's important to ask for a decision. And in our in-home meetings, we can divide up to ask for a decision. You can divide up and make sure all the questions are answered, and have your products and your tools with you at all times. You can have your super packs with you. I don't ever take them into a home if I go into a home to do a one-on-one presentation, but I will have it in my car. Carry your sales tools. Ladies have purses, and, I don't know where the guys will carry them all the time, but, our purses are really handy for, the brochures and, invitations to our next event. Kimberly Burns said that. She said, I always carry invitations in my bag to my next event. If I'm talking to someone in a grocery line, I give it to them, or whenever it comes up. So, we have these opportunities, and we need to be prepared all the time. And you have your recommended order ready for each option, customer, distributor, master affiliate. The one thing, I don't know how many of you use the Relive calculator, another great tool. The calculator, it calculates for every zip code, for the tax in that area. And, I love that Relive calculator. It's right on your phone, and good questions to ask all the time. You've given them a lot of information. What else can I help you understand? What did you like most? Keep it simple and just get them started. Everyone needs the foundation products, now or Classic and Luna Rich X. If Energized and Fiber Store are needed, great, but it can be added with follow-up process. Listen to your client, and you'll know where to start when you're asking them for that decision. So that kind of leads into, where do you want to get started? If you've asked these questions and you've listened, you know where to get them started. The super PAC is a good place to do it. Now we have this auto ship. That's another thing we can explain. But, keep it simple. Don't overwhelm, because a lot of time, there is a lot of information, and it can be overwhelming. So we need to keep it simple and help them to see where they can get started easily and make that process very easy. And then the other thing is, who do you know that can benefit from Relive products? It's just like, when you're doing a three-way call, or when you're talking to someone, they're thinking of other people. And always ask, who do you know? Because that's a good referral. I talked to a distributor the other day, and she said, I just don't know if I'd have time to, do Relive as a business. I'd like to earn some money, but I don't know. And I said, well, I call Relive. Relive has this referral program. You give them to me as a referral, and I'll help you do that. And so, like I said, Relive has all the options. So, if they decide they want to do the business and they're want to build a Relive business, let's get started. And that's always the thing. Get started. Start them on the product if they just want to get started on the product, or if they want to start a Relive business. Let's get the application going, or, if you've got your computer with you, get them registered online. And sometimes, that compensation plan, there's a lot there. And so go back and review that compensation plan. I did that the other day with this gal that, has become a distributor and thinking she wants to do the business, but she said, I'm a procrastinator. I've just been really slow doing it. And I said, that's okay. But she was very confused about the comp plan. She'd been looking at the What's Your Time Worth brochure, and it has, so many options in there. It explains everything, and she was confused. So I said, well, let me make this simple for you. So I took a piece of paper and folded it into fourths, and I just wrote retail, wholesale, master affiliate, cash bonuses and trips, ambassador. And she said, oh, that's really easy. She said, can I take this? I want to show my husband. So it simplified it for her where she was feeling confused. So I was glad that we had that conversation and revisited a little bit about making it simple. So help them to see their potential. This particular distributor said to me, it'd be so much easier if I had Spanish. And so I connected her to Javier. Like I said, Relive has it all. And showed her where she can get all the information in Spanish on her computer. And she was so excited. So always, let's get started. Products, Super PAC, let's get started in a Relive business. And then there's register and go. That's the follow-up with the consumers. We help with the product. When I first started doing Relive, in order to keep me on track, I created a form. Day 1, how did you take your shake? Day 3, I would connect with another distributor, and I would have them talk to them about consistency, and then the person would say, oh, well, I haven't been very consistent. I need to do such and such. And then I would do, a couple more days, and then I would, write down, results by day 10. But in between that, have I connected them or introduced them to another part of the system? Have I invited them to a Relive presentation so they could see a bigger picture? And I would check it off. Have I talked to them about going on the Monday night call? Have I introduced them to my upline? And I would check those things off so that I had done all those things in the beginning so that I would remember how to be consistent myself when I did follow-up with my consumers. So it's important throughout. Who do you know who could benefit from these products or the business opportunity? And I think as you work with people and you do the follow-up, they start thinking of more people because they're being exposed to more of the Relive program. So these are guidelines. We always use common sense. But we are the mentor. We're helping others to succeed, and that's what it's all about. So, setting up distributors to succeed. We help them take the initial immediate action, and that's just what Laura said to me. She said, can we work an hour one particular day? I said, yes, let's do that. And so, I said, let's start identifying. She's talked about her mom and her sister, and she brought her friend to our in-home meeting. And so she's identified 3 people now, and her husband needs to lose weight. And so she's starting to build that list. And I said, and then we will connect from that list. And then it's, who are you going to call first? We're going to share the story of Relive, and we're going to set appointments. We're going to either invite them to the in-home meetings or we'll go to them. But, we register and go, and we set the distributors up to succeed. We take that action, do it now. And review the basics. I showed her how to go online and maneuver around the website. Another distributor the other day, we did the same thing. This person, even though she had been in Relive for some time, she still wasn't sure because she hadn't done it a lot. And she wanted to know how to order. And so I took her on the shop. And, we help them and show them. It's like I said, we can tell them, but showing them and letting them walk through it, it becomes real. And, go over the distributor kit. I did that with Laura the other day. I said, okay, this is what you have in your distributor kit. This is how you can use it. And then, of course, you can always go to the relive.com, get started, and you can connect to your upline or sidelines. We all work together in Relive. Distributor services, Relive's always really good to answer questions. And, of course, we have the system. And and then we have Relive Live coming up in Anaheim, and April 20th and 21st. And then also in Florida in October, 30-year celebration there. And new products coming out in April. I think they'll be rolling it out in Anaheim. There is an agenda out online on the Relive website, and so you can see kind of what's going on. And so, like I said, I didn't think Relive could get any better, but it does. It just keeps getting better and better. So we engage our team. Build your team. And we developed a library of stories. I love my phone. I can keep all my stories in my phone. Some people do it in a notebook. Keep it simple. Start with one simple notebook, and there's some training on that, on those Engage videos. And, we just want to work with the distributor where they are. Help them to, use the tools that they're comfortable with. I've learned to use more tools, and as we go, we do that. But to build ambassadors, we build relationships. And to build relationships, we're engaging with one another. And, we stay engaged to what is going on in Relive. I love the fact that Relive, posts everything and keeps us informed with what is going on. There was so much March 1st that came out. I gave you a little bit of it, but it's all on the Relive website. The Relive emails, and they have the blog, they have webinars, calls, the social media. Michaela is doing such an amazing job with the social media. And there's videos for everything she's teaching. It's all on the Relive site. So set goals. What is your goal? Barb and Yvette did such a beautiful job last week on reviewing the road to presidential. And, what is your next step? What do you want? No one's going to do it for you. It's what we decide to do and take that action. And we stretch our thinking. How can we do it? What are we going to do? Are we going to create letters and mail to people with Fit 3 brochures in them?
introducing that program and then do follow-up? Are we going to send videos by text? Are we going to send them by email? Are we going to go to the store and find a new friend? You know, what are we going to do? Stretch our thinking so that we can build our business. What will it take to make key director in how many months? Sit down, figure it out. Senior director, presidential, you know, what do we need to do? What is our next step? And who will be your next key director? So, you know, this is just, like I said, just an amazing company. And it's simple. We do the same things over and over. We identify, we connect, we share the story, we ask for a decision, we register and go, and we just do it over. We do it with our customers. We do it with our distributors. And we follow up, and we take that action. And we totally duplicate. That circle goes on and on. It is not a line that you drop off. It just is a circle that has no beginning and no end. So we help others, and we mentor. I love that in Relive, that we all work together, and we build the relationships that change lives. May success be yours. May success be ours by helping other people. And I thank you for dedicating your time today for this training. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Luann.
You're welcome.